Okay, so we were going through our last module of Commerce 3, that is related to controlling and directing. That is the name of the chapter. Now, as far as the term directing is concerned, directing means when you are showing the ways to some other person. कई बार ऐसा होता है कि हम काम करना जानते हैं पर दूसरे को ये नहीं बता सकते कि काम कैसे करना है. And that is a very difficult task for the manager. Manager knows that what kind of work he wants to get it done from the people, but many times he is not in a position or he fails to explain to his subordinate that the how the work should be done. वो उन्हें समझा ही नहीं पाता है कि काम कैसे करना है, क्या क्या ऑब्जेक्टिव्स हैं, किस तरह से उसे अचीव करना है. अल्टीमेटली क्या होता है, दीज पीपल दे आर नॉट डूइंग द वर्क, दे आर नॉट अचीविंग द ऑब्जेक्टिव्स, and it is the manager who is again involving physically to do the work. So that is not the management. Manager can be called as a good manager when he knows how to get the work done from the other people, and this motivation is one way to give them the direction. Many a times the subordinates may be in a position to understand what manager wants to, but purposefully they are showing that they are not understanding or they are not interested to do that particular work because they are not having any kind of personal interest into that. That is the reason they just avoid doing the work, or they just show that they are not understanding what the manager is saying. So for manager, this is a one kind of tool or weapon available to motivate the employees. If your employees, if your subordinates are motivated, then they will work whatever you want to. They will follow your instructions, they will follow your directions, and ultimately you will be able to achieve your objective. But it is not in the control of manager at all, because motivation is nothing but it is something which is there inside a human being. It is something which is giving the voice to the person that yes, this is your work, you have to do that. And until and unless that inner voice doesn't come, the person is not understanding what is right and what is wrong. You might have experienced that thing. Sometimes, when the exams are nearing, automatically, something will come in your mind. Arey, exams nazdik aa rahe hain. I should not go out with the friends. I should not see TV. I should not use mobile phone much. अपने आप ये गिल्ट फील होता है एग्जाम्स के दौरान. एंड देन यू टर्न ऑफ योर टीवी, you don't talk to your friends, and then you start studying, and then you feel good that I'm doing something good for my career. That is called as the inner drive, something which is going to tell you what is right and what is wrong, and is taking you on the right path. That is called as motive. So that is not in the hands of the manager, but somehow he has to apply certain techniques to see that the inner feeling or the inner drive is making the people or the subordinates to follow his instruction. And that is the big challenge for the manager, right? So over here, we have understood the meaning of motivation. What is motivation? Motivation has been derived from the word motive, which refers to the inner drive or intention that makes a person to do something or to behave in a certain way. So it is our inner drive. कुछ ऐसी चीज जो हमें अंदर से आवाज देती है कि नहीं ये काम हमें करना है. That is called as motive. Then after that, we have learned regarding the importance of motivation. We have learned that if any organization which is motivating its employees, what kind of benefits they are getting. Higher efficiency, of course, when you are motivating your people, they are going to give you the higher output with the minimum input, that is higher efficiency. Then innovation, your workers will be giving you the creative ideas, the innovative ideas, because they are motivated. उनको ऐसा लगने लगता है कि ये ऑर्गेनाइजेशन हमारा है, हम इसके लिए काम कर रहे हैं, तो नई आइडियाज, कुछ क्रिएटिव आइडियाज आपको बताते हैं. So even that is also the advantage of motivation. Then corporate image, of course, when you are having good motivating factors in your organization, people would love to work with you. And with this particular efficiency and all, you are going to earn corporate image in the market. Then it is boosting teamwork. It is helping you to use the resources at the optimum level. Then it is going to reduce the absenteeism. लोग ऐसे ही छुट्टी लेना बंद कर देंगे. मतलब जब एकदम जरूरी रहेगा तभी वो छुट्टी लेंगे क्योंकि वो मोटिवेटेड है. उनको ऐसा लगने लगता है कि नहीं ये काम ज्यादा जरूरी है, मेरी छुट्टी अगर मैंने नहीं भी लिया तो भी चलेगा, बट आई हैव टू वर्क फॉर माई ऑर्गेनाइजेशन। सो एब्सेंटिज्म अपने आप ही कम हो जाता है। labor turnover, it is getting reduced because people, they are motivated. They know that if they continue working in that particular organization, there are chances they may get higher promotion, higher salaries. But if they are not motivated, they will look for the new job, even if they are working with you. So it is going to reduce the labor turnover, and it is going to improve the relationship among the superiors and subordinate. कहीं किसी भी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में जहाँ पे मैनेजर अपने एम्प्लॉयज को बूस्ट करता रहता है, मॉरल उनका हमेशा अच्छा रखता है, तो अपने आप ही रिलेशन बेटर हो जाते। तो ये हो गया उसके इंपॉर्टेंस। नाउ हाउ टू make use of these advantages. So on the next slide, we are going to learn factors influencing motivation. In other terms, we can say that, I will just write over here, the measures of motivation. That means क्या क्या तरीके हैं मोटिवेट करने के लिए। Now, these motivating factors or these influencing factors are divided under two categories. The first category is monetary factors. Monetary factors means where money is involved. When you are involving money to motivate your employees or your subordinates, then these factors are called as monetary factors. This can be asked in the form of MCQ, right? Monetary factors means where money is involved. Now, these are the examples of monetary factors of motivation. The first one is salaries and wages. Of course, this is the very first and the most important monetary factor which is going to motivate your employees. If you are offering fair salaries and wages policy in your organization, people will be always and always motivated to work for your organization. If you are joining any firm where you are getting starting salary of rupees 12,000, at the beginning you may be feeling that okay, this is the new job, recently only I have completed my graduation, and there is no need for money at my family, I'm learning the things. So initially 12,000 rupees may be satisfactory to you, not 100%, but may be satisfactory to you. But slowly, when the time will pass, when you will come to know that your friends who have completed graduation with you are earning salary of more than 30,000 and 40,000 per month, and still you are earning salary of rupees 12,000 to 15,000, automatically the demotivation will come in your mind. Though the work, whatever they are doing, it may be very different from your work. The organization may be very different, but you will be comparing only the salaries and wages. So if your salaries and wages are lesser than your friends, it is going to create a feeling of demotivation. So here, the organizations, what do? They are framing the fair policies of salaries and wages. They see that no one is having complaint that they are getting the lesser salary than whatever they are deserving, right? So when you are following the policy of salaries and wages, you have to see that you are fair with everyone. आप किसी के साथ पार्शलिटी नहीं कर रहे हो, आप सबके साथ फेयर हो, और जो जितना डिजर्व करता है उतनी सैलरी आप उसे देते हैं। जैसे आपने ग्रेजुएशन किया हुआ है और कोई एक और पर्सन है जो आपके डिपार्टमेंट में ही काम करता है, जिसने सिर्फ 10th पास किया है, और दोनों की सैलरी सेम है, आपको अपने आप ही लगने लगेगा कि अरे ये तो काफी इनजस्टिस है। आई हैव डन माई ग्रेजुएशन एंड आई एम डूइंग माई पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन नाउ, and my salary is similar to the salary whatever a 10th pass person is getting. So here it is a challenge for the organization. Here they have to see that the salaries and wages whatever are paid are fair enough and satisfactory. Of course, whatever salary people are getting, they are not getting completely satisfied with that. Salary चाहे कितना भी ज्यादा होगा, अपने आप ही वो लगता है कि इतनी ज्यादा नहीं है जितना हम काम करते हैं, पर जब वो दूसरों के साथ कंपेयर की जाती है, तब अगर वो उसी लेवल पर आया तो ठीक है, अगर उससे कम आया तो अपने आप ही डिमोटिवेशन आ जाता है। So the first and foremost important factor or the monetary factor which is influencing the motive of the people are salaries and wages. Apart from that, there is one more monetary factor, that is bonus. Now, for bonus, there are so many misconceptions in India. इंडिया में ऐसा माना जाता है कि जैसे ही कोई फेस्टिवल आता है तो हर एक वर्कर, वो चाहे कोई भी हो, let it be your superintendent, let it be the supervisor, let it be the clerk, let it be the officer, they deserve to get some bonuses. It is not like that. पहली बात तो ये याद रखना है कि जो बोनस का जो कॉन्सेप्ट है वो ऑफिस लोगों के लिए नहीं है, ऑफिस पीपल के लिए नहीं है। बोनस का जो कॉन्सेप्ट है वो फैक्ट्री वर्कर्स के लिए है। factory workers, those who are actually working on machines and those who are actually converting raw material into finished goods. बोनस का कॉन्सेप्ट उनके लिए है। पर फिर भी इंडिया में बहुत सारे ऐसे ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस हैं, they are giving bonus even to their the admin staff as well, right? So that is a one kind of you can say the factor which is motivating the people. That means apart from your regular salaries, on some festive season you are getting bonus. Bonus may be your 1 month full salary. It may be half month salary. Sometimes they are giving even 2 months salary in advance. That means 12 months salaries you are getting, and on festivals you are getting the extra salary or extra benefit. That is called as bonus, right? So this bonus is also playing a very important monetary role to influence the people. अगर आपको ऐसा पता चलता है कि ऐसी कोई ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है जहां पे हर फेस्टिवल में बोनस दिया जाता है, लेट इट बी a small amount of rupees 2500 or 5000 rupees they are giving as bonus, but on every occasion, दिवाली आने पर भी सभी को दे देते, चाहे वो हिंदू है या मुस्लिम है। ईद आने पर भी सभी को देते थे, चाहे वो हिंदू है या मुस्लिम है। क्रिसमस आने पर भी सभी को देते हैं। तो ऐसी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में लोग काम करना पसंद करते हैं। अगर आपको ऐसा पता चलेगा कि यहाँ पे बोनस भी मिल रहा है, तो you would prefer to work for that organization, because apart from salaries and wages you are getting these extra you can say the money from your organization. So this is something additional to salaries and wages. Bonus cannot be called as the salary, but it is something which is an addition to the salaries and wages. तो मैंने तो ऐसे भी लोग देखे हुए हैं, वो क्या करते हैं ना, अपनी पूरे 12 मंथ की सैलरी और बोनस जितना आता है उसको ऐड करके 12 से डिवाइड करते हैं और फिर ये बोलते हैं कि हमारी मंथली सैलरी इतनी है। ये करेक्ट वे है। अपने आप को मोटिवेट अगर आपको रखना है, अपने आप को अगर आपको इनर ड्राइव को आपको हमेशा एक्टिव रखना है, दैट इज द बेस्ट वे। आपको जितनी सैलरीज मिलती है और बोनस मिलता है सबको ऐड करके 12 से डिवाइड कर दो, you will be able to know that monthly how much you are earning, right? So even bonus is also playing very important role. And after that, this is incentives which is not available or applicable for all kinds of post. ये सबके लिए अवेलेबल नहीं रहता है incentives. Incentives means something which is given apart from salaries, apart from bonuses. Incentives are certain facilities or certain rewards, you can say that, which are given to the deserving people only. Salaries and wages सभी को देनी है क्योंकि सभी काम कर रहे हैं। बोनस भी सबको देना है। आप ऐसे पार्शलिटी नहीं कर सकते हैं कि इसको देना है, ए को बोनस देंगे बी को नहीं देंगे क्योंकि बी ने इस साल काम नहीं किया। नहीं करना है, आप ऐसा नहीं कर सकते। अगर आप ए को बोनस दे रहे हो तो बी को बोनस देना ही पड़ेगा। Whereas incentives are something where you can select the employees who deserves to get the incentives. Generally, incentives are given to the people, those who are achieving the targets and objectives in time. For example, you have given the target to your sales force that this month our sales should be rupees 1 crore at least, right? आपने 1 करोड़ रुपए का उनको टारगेट दे दिया और आपने उनको कहा कि अगर 1 करोड़ का टारगेट अचीव हो जाएगा तो आप सभी को हम एक फैमिली ट्रिप ऑर्गेनाइज करके दे देंगे। यू कैन टेक योर होल फैमिली फॉर अ बिग ट्रिप। इट मे बी द डोमेस्टिक ट्रिप और मे बी द इंटरनेशनल ट्रिप, that depends upon the organization's decision. So with that particular greed, you will work hard. आपको लगने लगेगा कि अरे मुझे वर्ल्ड टूर जाने मिलेगा अपनी फैमिली के साथ, उसमें पूरा खर्चा मेरा कंपनी उठाएगा, आपका ट्रांसपोर्ट का, आपका स्टे का, आपका वहां पे साइट सीइंग का, आपका पूरा फूड का, वो सारा खर्चा कंपनी उठाएगा, आपको कुछ भी खर्चा नहीं करना है. सो दैट थिंग विल मोटिवेट यू एंड यू मे फील दैट अरे अगर ये मेरा टारगेट अचीव हो जाएगा ना, आई विल बी एबल टू गेट द पर्टिकुलर इंसेंटिव. So that is incentive. Incentive is given only to the deserving people, those who are working hard and those who are helping the organization in achieving the targets. Right? Now, incentives are of different types. आपने ये word सुना है? I'll just write it on the screen. DA. Have you heard about this? DA? Or even I'm writing one more word. HRA. Have you heard about these terms? DA and HRA. Okay, HR. Okay. Some people are saying yes, some people are saying no. Okay, okay. I'm just giving you the full form of DA first. DA का full form रहता है डियरनेस अलाउंस. डियरनेस अलाउंस आपने कई बार न्यूज में सुना होगा, महंगाई भत्ता वर्ड बहुत बार आता है, न्यूज में भी आता है और ज्यादातर लोग सुनते रहते हैं. ओके, सो डियरनेस अलाउंस is something which is having direct relation with the inflation. महंगाई बढ़ती जा रही है ना, तो कई सारे कंपनीज का ये एक पॉलिसी रहता है डीए, जहां पे जैसे जैसे महंगाई बढ़ती जाएगी वो ये परसेंटेज बढ़ाते रहते हैं. समझो आपका बेसिक है, आपका बेसिक सैलरी है ₹20,000. ठीक है, आपका ये 20,000 आपका बेसिक सैलरी है. तो अभी समझो आपको यहाँ पे वो लोग 10% डीए देते हैं. राइट, 10% डीए, तो आपकी टोटल सैलरी कितनी हो जाएगी? ₹22,000. बराबर, आपका 20,000 बेसिक सैलरी है और 10% आपको डीए दिया जाता है, 10% ऑफ योर बेसिक. तो 20,000 का 10% हो जाएगा 2,000. दैट मीन्स आपकी सैलरी हाथ में आती है 22,000. अब समझो महंगाई और बढ़ गई, तो कंपनी क्या करेगा, आपका जो डीए है, जो डियरनेस अलाउंस है, वो बढ़ा देगा. तो आपका बेसिक सैलरी उतना ही रहेगा. अब ये क्या करेंगे, आपका जो डियरनेस अलाउंस है वो 10% से बढ़ा के लेट अस से 15% कर देते हैं. ठीक है, तो अगर हम लोग 15% ऑफ 20,000 करेंगे तो इट विल बी 3,000. राइट, दैट मीन्स आपको मिलेगा सैलरी 23,000. तो ये डिफरेंस 1,000 रुपीज का कहां से आया? क्योंकि उन्होंने डीए बढ़ा दिया, 5% डीए बढ़ा दिया. दैट इज कॉल्ड एज डियरनेस अलाउंसेस. डियरनेस अलाउंसेस इज हैविंग डायरेक्ट रिलेशन विद द इन्फ्लेशन. जैसे जैसे महंगाई बढ़ती जाती है तो ये बढ़ाते हैं, ये इंसेंटिव है. अब यहाँ पे फनीएस्ट पार्ट ये होता है कि कई बार डियरनेस अलाउंस सभी को नहीं दिया जाता, एक पर्टिकुलर क्लास ऑफ एम्प्लॉयज को दिया जाता है. तो ये थोड़ी सी पार्शलिटी क्रिएट कर देता है. तो ये हमेशा ऐसा सजेस्टेड रहता है, व्हेन यू आर गिविंग डीए, द डीए शुड बी गिवन टू ईच एंड एवरीवन. Yes, Mitali. DA will be called as the incentive. Now, similarly, this HRA, HRA का full form रहता है, I'll just write over here. House Rent Allowance. से कई बार कुछ ऐसे लोग रहते हैं जो काम के लिए अपने घर छोड़ के आते हैं, मतलब दूसरी स्टेट में आ जाते हैं, तो उनका अपना खुद का घर नहीं रहता है, वो लोग रेंट पे घर ले लेते हैं. तो ये कंपनी क्या करता है, उनको सैलरी के साथ साथ हाउस रेंट अलाउंस भी देता है. दैट इज कॉल्ड एज एचआरए. तो 10% डीए मिलेगा, फिर 20% उनको एचआरए मिलेगा. तो ये सारी जो चीजें हैं ना, ये इंसेंटिव्स हैं. मतलब कहने के लिए सैलरी 20,000 है, लेकिन उसके अलावा देखो एडिशनली कितनी चीजें दे रहे हैं. नाउ दीज आर ओनली द 2 एग्जांपल्स व्हिच आई गिव यू Apart from these, allowances, there are so many allowances like perquisites, entertainment allowances, traveling allowances, and there are so many kinds of allowances which are provided to the employees to motivate them. So कहने के लिए सैलरी कम रहेगी, लेकिन उस बंदे को फर्स्ट क्लास का ट्रैवल पास दे दिया है, उसको वो कैश दे देते हैं, तो वो बंदा क्या करेगा, चढ़ेगा सेकंड क्लास में, ट्रैवल सेकंड क्लास में करेगा, या अपनी गाड़ी लेकर आएगा, पर वो ऑफिस से उतना अमाउंट क्लेम करेगा। हाउस रेंट अलाउंस, शायद वो रेंट पे नहीं करता होगा, किसी के घर में रहता है, अपना घर खरीद लिया, बट स्टिल कंपनी इज पेइंग हिम HRA. So that is also the additional salary, additional thing which is given to him apart from salaries and wages. So these are called as incentives. Certain facilities apart from salaries and wages which are given to the employees to motivate them. And since here also money is involved, so these are called as monetary factor. Okay. So I think this particular part is clear to you. Okay. So here incentives, as I told you, are certain kind of rewards which are given to deserving people. तो यहाँ पे क्या होगा, सपोज आपने एक ऑफिस में एक पर्टिकुलर पोस्ट पे ज्वाइन कर लिया, वहां पे आपको इंसेंटिव्स नहीं मिलते हैं, आपको सिर्फ बेसिक पे मिलता है, और आपका जो ऑफिसर है या जो आपका सुपीरियर है, ही इज गेटिंग दीज अलाउंसेस एंड दीज काइंड ऑफ इंसेंटिव्स. So in your mind also the thing will come that I will also work hard, I will also go to that position so that I should enjoy all these benefits, incentives. So that is going to motivate you. That is going to make you understand the problems of the manager, and whatever managers will tell or whatever organization will ask you, you will do that work and you will help the organization to achieve the objectives. क्योंकि जितने आप गोल्स अचीव करेंगे, ऑब्जेक्टिव्स अचीव करेंगे, उतने ही ज्यादा आपको इंसेंटिव्स मिलने का चांस रहता है, राइट? और इंसेंटिव कोई नया कॉन्सेप्ट नहीं है. If you remember, no, we have learned F.W. Taylor scientific management theory. There also F.W. Taylor said that the person who is working more, you pay him more. If the worker is working less, you have to pay him less. So that is directly related with the incentives. Incentives are like that only. Those who are working hard, those who are deserving to get the reward, they are only getting these incentives. So these are three examples of monetary factors. Apart from that, there may be some other examples also. But here we are just understanding what are the motivating factors. So the first factor is monetary factor, where money is involved, and salaries and wages, bonus, and incentives are examples of monetary factors. Now, apart from that, there are some other ways also through that you can motivate your employees. There is no need to involve money. Monetary factors means where money is involved. And non-monetary factors is the opposite of monetary factor, where money is not involved. यहाँ पे आप पैसा इन्वॉल्व नहीं करते, पैसा दे के आप लोगों से काम करवा के ले लेते हो या उन्हें लालच दे देते हो, वैसा नहीं है. तो वो क्या क्या तरीके हैं? The first one is the status. You give them the status. For example, if you are appointing one sales staff, right? So you don't consider them as a salesman and all. You ask them or you call them sales executive. Sales executive. And then you provide them the particular place, you give them some rights, you give them some authorities, so they will feel good that they are working in the organization. Nowadays, whenever a person is getting appointed in any organization, they are getting a bunch of visiting cards where the name of that employee is printed. अगर आप एक ऑफिस में जा रहे हो जॉब करने के लिए, पहला दिन है आपका, और आपका मैनेजर आपको एक कार्ड का पैकेट पकड़ा देता है, और उस कार्ड पे, विजिटिंग कार्ड पे, आपका नाम, आपका डेजिग्नेशन और फोन नंबर लिखा हुआ है. You will feel good that you have joined an organization where they are giving you the printed visiting card, and you will, with no reason, you will also distribute that visiting cards among your friends and relatives, because that is going to show the status. तो यहाँ पे उन्होंने कुछ पैसा नहीं दिया आपको, विजिटिंग कार्ड बनाने का कोई ज्यादा खर्चा नहीं आता, but still they have motivated you. So that is status, right? So here they are not involving money, but they are applying certain things. They are, making use of certain things where they are showing you, they are making you that you are having a very good status in the organization, you are having very good post in our organization, and this is how they motivate you. That is the first example of non-monetary factor. Then the another example is given as appreciation. Now it is playing very important role these days, especially because everyone, they want their name, right? If you have done a good work for your organization, more than this bonuses and incentives, you would be happy if you are getting any appreciation letter or a small trophy or a certificate. These things are going to boost your inner motive or inner drive to work more for the organization. सपोज आपने एक टारगेट अचीव कर लिया और एक मीटिंग बुलाई गई स्टाफ की, और वहां पे आपके मैनेजर ने सबके सामने आपकी बड़ी तारीफ कर दी और आपको एक लेटर ऑफ एप्रिसिएशन दे दिया या एक बुके ही दे दिया, that is going to motivate you a lot, because you may feel that somebody is recognizing your efforts, somebody is there who is creating, who's taking care of your efforts and is appreciating you. That is called as appreciation, right? So when you are getting appreciated for your work done for the organization, it is going to motivate you like anything. So यहाँ पे खर्चा नहीं होता है ना, नॉन मॉनिटरी, एक बुके दे दिया या एक लेटर ऑफ एप्रिसिएशन दे दिया या एक स्मॉल सा ट्रॉफी दे दिया, तो इट इज नॉट कॉल्ड एज मॉनिटरी फैक्टर, but it is going to help you a lot to boost yourself, and you will work for the organization. Not only you, it is lesson for others also. जो आपके डिपार्टमेंट में आपके जो कलीग्स हैं, उनको ही मन में भी आएगा, करे इस बार तो इसको मिला है लेटर ऑफ एप्रिसिएशन, अगली बार मैं वहां पे खड़ा रहूंगा और वहां से मैं ट्रॉफी लेकर आऊंगा. सो दैट इज ऑल्सो गोइंग टू मोटिवेट द एम्प्लॉइज. पर्पस क्या है हमारा? जो लोग हमारे पास काम करते हैं वो अंदर से सोचना चाहिए कि ये हमारी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है. दैट इज कॉल्ड एज मोटिवेशन. सो दैट इज एप्रिसिएशन. एंड द लास्ट इज डेजिग्नेशन. यू गिव डेजिग्नेशन टू एवरीवन. सभी को अपनी अपनी एक पोस्ट दे दो, और वो पोस्ट उन्हें काफी हेल्प करेगी. लाइक समवेयर some time ago, the people those who used to take care of the security, they used to called as गोरखास, उनको ऐसा माना जाता था, राइट? या वॉचमैन, ऐसे नाम से बुलाया जाता था. बट नाउ दे आर कॉल्ड एज सिक्योरिटी गार्ड्स, सिक्योरिटी एग्जीक्यूटिव्स. Like, that is designation. They feel happy when you are giving them such kind of designation. So this designation is also helping them. Now come to the office part. If you are having designation, like, the term is given as a clerk or, a junior clerk, like that, these words may demotivate you. But when the work is given to you, admin executive, जूनियर एग्जीक्यूटिव, सीनियर एग्जीक्यूटिव, काम आपका वही है क्लर्क का ही, जो क्लर्क पहले करते थे वही काम कर रहे हो आप, लेकिन आपको नाम दूसरा दे दिया, एग्जीक्यूटिव. So that is going to motivate you. That is called as designation. When the title is getting changed, that is called as designation. So you try to give or allot some designation from junior to senior level, and this is going to motivate you. So these are called as non-monetary factors, right? So today we have understood there are two factors which are influencing the motivation. One is monetary, another one is non-monetary. Monetary means where money is involved, and a non-monetary means where money is not involved, but by taking some other precautions, by taking some other, you can say, the tools, you are motivating your employees, and you are seeing that they are working for the organization. Okay, so with this note, I just stop sharing the screen, and in our next lecture, we are going to start learning about leadership.